everybody. Welcome to another episode of Who Invited Her. We are San Diego's LGBTQ pop culture podcast. I am your host, Tony. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Daddy Bear Eric.
And what is your new name going to be after tonight, everybody?
Maybe it's Dancer Bear Eric. I don't
Which
know.
we're going to get to.
Go Bear Eric.
And the Mac is back for another week. Brynne Mac is here. She's hanging out with us this episode. We have a lot to get to. So, first off, Eric, Daddy Bear Eric, maybe go-go boying tonight, or is go-go boying tonight.
It's confirmed, yes.
Bear Night at
Bear
the
Night.
Marrow here in San Diego. It's his first time ever go-going, so we're going to go out and support.
I am excited and terrified at the same time. I keep thinking, what did I sign myself up for?
So we're going to talk about that. Eric also got a psychic reading this morning with Diana, who I did last week. Brynne did not, because she had a very eventful morning, which we're going to get into. Yeah. We're going to talk about that. Yeah. We're going to catch up on our dates from last week and a bunch of fun other stuff.
Dog birthday parties.
Oh,
too.
my God, you guys. We went to a birthday party for a dog today. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. So first off, are you ready to go tonight?
I am. Yes, we picked out our outfit earlier that I'm going to be wearing.
He's wearing a pair of my shorts.
I'm wearing little tight short shorts. I'll wear my leather harness, combat boots,
the socks,
and the socks that say "I'd fuck me."
That was a birthday present actually from Eric to me.
I bought it for Tony. He's now lending it to me. And then I'm going to wear a backwards hat with a little bit of curls hanging out that says El Jefe.
Oh my God, I love this so
Isn't
much.
that a great outfit, Brynne?
That is amazing. Also, I still have my daughter's dance costume in the trunk of my car.
Might need
if
to borrow.
you would like to.
Yeah, I think think the gold lame would work
She had
really
a
well on me.
dance boxer's dance costume.
I'm excited for this. You know, I will be there supporting like a stage mom.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're both stage
Yeah.
No, we're gonna be like,
I know.
Go Eric, doing the dance moves with you and everything.
I'm gonna be picturing you guys like giving dollar bills to strangers and like
We're like,
go put it in his
Go
pocket.
no,
Yes.
go. No,
Oh,
don't
he's
make it
having
obvious.
a slow night.
Just go do it.
No.
Yeah.
You're doing great, baby.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Show them the left titty. They like
Yeah.
the left titty. Show
You're
them
the
the
best one.
The best one. That one's a little higher than the other one.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah, it's better.
Aren't you excited?
My nerves are shot, especially knowing that all of my friends are wanting to go and watch me do this in the audience.
You made the mistake of telling us to begin with. So it's your fault. You got nobody to blame but yourself.
When I do stand up at a new club, I do not tell anyone I'm going.
Yeah.
And I
Why?
because I don't want the pressure.
Okay.
Because I'm like, what if it sucks, or what if I don't connect to the audience? And then once I go and I know that it's good, I will invite you to the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, after the fact.
After the second one. It's my
Got it.
mulligan. Because then I get to know.
So, Eric, do you have any like specific moves you're gonna try out tonight?
No.
That you thought of?
No.
Please?
No.
Sprinkler.
I might try some Magic Mike moves.
Okay. Can you do? Brynne gave you a couple of dance moves earlier. Brynne, do you want to demonstrate the horse for our YouTube viewers?
My brother has 2 dance
Should we
moves.
wait? Let me see if I have
yeah.
music for you to do it too. Maybe not.
I don't think we do.
Do I? Here,
No.
what's this? Okay, go ahead. Oh, here, you can do it to Bash's angry music. Ready?
Oh, yeah. So it's
Ready?
the horse.
Okay, so for the audience that's listening, she's doing the horse to the left and the horse to the right.
And then what's the other move you do?
And then it's the down low.
The down low.
Ah.
It's uppercut.
Left side and then to the right
Okay.
side.
There you go.
I might actually do that one tonight.
You should.
You might see
Just
it.
do it.
And if it's going badly, accidentally punch in your face, pass out, and then you get pity money.
There you go.
I
Brynne has
mean-
it all figured out for you.
Backup plan for you,
I
baby.
mean, I think it's all pity money at this point. I think
They're going to be like, oh, this
no,
one.
that skin.
No, not pity
Not
money.
my baby.
We're going to embarrass them.
I know,
You know
I
this.
know, I know.
Oh my God, I'm excited! You're gonna be a go-go
I know
boy.
all those dollar bills. It'll be fun, like going to the bank and depositing. And I can't wait to be at the teller line and be like, "Yeah, they're actually from what you think it is."
They're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
this is why it smells
Yeah.
like poppers.
They're all
okay.
They're all crunkled up and yeah.
Do you have like a laundering plan? And I mean like literally laundering this
Wash.
money. washing it?
dry.
Oh.
Are you gonna launder it or just?
These
Put
are
it
all
on light
things I have
heat.
not thought of.
Actually, it's an interesting night because tonight is Miriam's and Nina
Yes.
Bao, two of our favorites on the show. They're doing
A burlesque.
their burlesque show at
Yes.
Moe's
burlesque
tonight.
comedy, which is
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love
the
that.
weirdest combination, but fantastic,
So
actually.
And it's
together.
Valentine's theme, so they're
Yeah.
going to be there at 8, and then everybody can go watch it go afterwards
Yeah, they
at the
can.
Marrow for Bear Night. You did another exciting thing this morning.
Yes, I had
Shall we
my
get into it?
psychic reading this morning.
Yes, with Diana, who we
Yes.
talked about last week.
Yes.
So I haven't heard anything about your reading and what happened. So
Neither have I.
neither has Brynne. So
Yeah.
this is going to be all new. Do you want to
Yeah,
walk us
so I'll
through
just
it?
jump right in.
Okay.
It was.
Do I have creepy music for you? Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
because it was creepy. It certainly was.
Go ahead. We're setting the mood, everybody. Go ahead.
All right, so I had 2 questions I was basically wanting to ask her. I wanted to know about relation. Can we turn the music off?
I was wondering how long it was going to take you before
can't
you're
with
like,
it.
I can't do that. I can't. Okay, go ahead.
So I wanted to know about relationships. I mean, I've had a rocky couple of years, I guess, at this point. Let's be honest. I was going to say
Years.
months, but it's years.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Decades, centuries.
and then
Take your pick.
I just wanted to know about my career as well. So those were the only 2 questions I kind of went in thinking, okay, I'd like these answered. So she jumps right in and just starts talking, and I haven't even asked anything. I've basically given my name, and she's like, it gets kind of dark. She's like,
Really?
you've been kind of depressed lately, haven't you? I know.
I know we've talked about
I
this.
know. She's like, you've been depressed. And I was like, uh-huh. And she's like, it's like a roller coaster for you. You have your moments where you're really up, and then you're really down, and then you're really up, and you're really down. And you keep telling yourself that you're going to be okay.
I'm going to interrupt because me and Eric, for our audience, we hang out a lot. Like,
Yeah.
we talk all the time, text almost every day.
Yeah.
So I know your moods in this roller coaster. Definitely on my birthday, you were going to.
I
Oh
was.
my God, that's
I mean,
okay.
to be honest,
Yeah.
to the audience, I had just been broken up with on the day of Tony's birthday
Yeah,
weekend.
literally.
Literally
You tried to outshine my birthday.
that morning. And
and
it
it was like, pull it together,
it was
girl.
rough for me. It was hard. And so, I've kind of been dealing with that and processing it. And so didn't even ask it yet. She immediately determined. And so
knew.
she's like, I see this happening. I see you keep repeating this process. You keep doing this over and over again, don't you? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, and you keep dating the same guy over and over again. She goes, they may look different on the outside, but they're the same type of person.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, you are 1,000% right.
And I was literally just teasing you about this a
Yeah.
couple days ago.
And then she goes, so I told her, yes, I
Oh,
just broke up
Eric.
with somebody. And she goes, tell me his first name. So I tell the first name, and I'm going to talk about it here.
No.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh.
Yes.
And,
Hey, like she told me, vulnerability.
yeah.
no
And she
facades.
said, does he have personality disorders? And I said, maybe, kind of,
Oh shit.
maybe.
That's real.
Yeah.
And yeah, she goes, well, it's not your fault. It has nothing to do with you. It's
Ah.
all him.
Did that make you feel good?
Yeah.
It did, because I actually knew that. I knew that deep down. And I told her this. I said I knew that, and that's what he said. But it was great to have it confirmed,
Yeah.
which is so weird because I kind of don't believe in this stuff, but I do. So
Well, when you have someone that accurately put that, and you said you didn't even ask the
No.
questions.
Yeah.
Like she just
Yeah.
was talking and knew it.
yeah, so she said, she continued on, and she's like, she's like, I'm gonna help you with that. She's like, we have to fix this. Then she goes, I keep hearing 2 ages. I keep hearing 24, and I keep hearing 8. And they're very loud, and they're very specific on those 2 ages. She goes,
Okay.
what do those mean for you? What were you doing at 24? And I said, well, at 24, I just broken up with my very first, very serious, intense relationship with the, I won't say what he does because I don't
Okay.
want to do that. And I said, and she said, well, you know, what happened? And I said, well, he was it was all about him. And I lost myself in that relationship. And I was very mad at myself. And I did bad things and I cheated on him. And it's not something I was proud of, but it was a really hard time for me. And she goes, and everything was ripped away from you, wasn't it? And I literally started crying because it was so true and so real. And so I was trying to hold back all the tears because I wanted to try to stay focused to be able to get what I needed out of this and not be like a crying mess.
You're like,
And so she goes, well, what about 8? Tell me about 8. And I go, actually, I don't remember anything like significant when I was 8.
I've blocked out my whole childhood.
Yeah, me too. Anything from 12 and younger, I don't
It
know.
comes
I
up
don't
later,
remember.
though. It comes up
Okay.
later.
I got the chills.
Okay.
It's
So,
probably the alcohol.
Uh,
It's okay.
so she starts to move on. She's like, you have this depressive state. You keep going in and out of it. You keep trying to do things. She's like, I think you're going to therapy. Is that true? And I'm like, oh yeah, I've been working in therapy for the last few years. She's
Everyone should go to therapy.
Everybody.
Go to therapy.
but she's like, stop.
What?
Stop going.
What?
It's a waste of your time. She goes, what you're doing is you're repeating all of those emotions over and over every week.
You're
Interesting.
like ruminating on the same stuff.
And what is happening is that your depression and anxiety, you're reliving it, and you're putting that energy back out to the world, and you're attracting people who also have that energy. And she's like, it's not your natural state.
No.
And you need to stop. You need to acknowledge it, and you need to figure out a way to move past it, or else you will never be happy. None of this will ever get fixed. You will live like this the rest of your life. So she's like, I'm going to teach
Oh my
you
God.
things that you have to do. She's
That
like,
got heavy.
I know. It was intense.
You said it was going to get dark, and I was like, what do you mean?
So she goes, you have to start expressing gratitude, and they're telling me you have to do it in the morning. And I got really creeped out, and I go, I wake up like 2 or 3 hours before my alarm goes off, and I wake up and have really intense panic attacks where I don't know how to not spiral anymore.
Yeah.
And they especially happen after a breakup. I'm really bad about it, and I don't know what to do. And so she's like, yeah, they're telling me you have to do this in the morning. This is
so
where you need to
bizarre.
start. And so I was like, okay, I'm open to it. And she's like, you need to start being grateful for all the things that you have, for your friends, for your family. You need to really acknowledge that and tell yourself over and over again how great your life is, because you don't do that. And you need to realize that. And then she goes, the second thing I'm going to teach you is that you have to talk to yourself in grandmother voice, is what she calls it. So it's this idea, and she describes it. It's like, if you rob a bank, your grandmother's going to say, well, that's okay. You're still a great guy. You're still really handsome and charming.
Aw,
That's
that's so
okay,
true.
Eric.
And-
That's okay.
Apparently, I need to do that for myself.
You
I
want
need
a
to,
butterscotch candy?
Yeah.
It'll make you feel better.
something bad happens, you know.
Huh?
A Werther's.
Or Withers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This relationship didn't work out, and I need to say, it's okay. You did everything you could. You're still a great guy. You still have a lot to offer to someone else.
Yeah.
And she's like, you need to be really kind. And she's like, I'm getting that you feel like you're never good enough. And then I started crying again.
Oh my God.
And I go, that's what 8-year-old means. It's when I realized that I was never good enough for my dad.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
And she's
Sally
like,
Jesse Ruffy.
she's like,
Jesus Christ.
she's like, I knew 8 was very significant for you too.
Jeez.
And I'm like, yeah, I am trying. And I was trying so hard to just not.
You're getting emotional
Ball.
right
I
now.
know.
Yeah.
Are you gonna cry?
No, probably won't.
Cry.
Okay,
This is
RuPaul.
a safe space.
Okay, RuPaul.
How does that make you feel? No, I'm kidding.
So yeah, and then, so grandmother voice, and then
I'm gonna talk to you in grandma voice from now on. That's it.
I love it.
Yeah, and so she just told me that I have to be a lot kinder, and that between doing those two things, my life will change dramatically. She's like, it's not going to take, she's like, days. Within a week, you're going to be an entirely different human being, and your life is going to change dramatically. She's like, you just need to appreciate yourself, appreciate your life, and learn that you already have everything you need to be happy.
Oh my God.
See, it was almost like the reading I have. Like she's really good.
Yeah.
Super pissed I did
Was
not get
there
my reading
anything
today.
that really stood out to you that was like, how the fuck did she know that?
The dating the last person and how what she talked about him felt so incredibly crazy accurate.
Yeah.
It was creepy. And then I finished it at the end and I said, the things I wanted to ask was like the future of my, relationships and career for me and what that looks like. But I said, I realize by just talking to you, none of that can be answered until I do all of this first.
Yeah.
I have to get all of this done do the work. And then I can get to the point where I could meet with her again and ask about that. Like that was a self-realization.
How was your take on her because I know how when we talked about last week, my experience with her. So I'm wondering if you got the same vibe.
She's very direct, so much information so quickly, almost to the point where it was hard to keep digesting it because I was thinking about the previous things and then like putting connections together that she's already moving on, and then I have to okay, I just need to write this down and listen to what she's saying because there was so much. It was 30 minutes, but it felt like it was a 2-hour phone call.
That's how mine was.
Yeah.
I know. What Brynne was supposed to have hers this morning. Into the mic.
Yes, I was supposed to have my whole schedule this weekend. It has been terrible, and everything's been moving around. But I am a little bit glad. So we got our wires crossed. I wasn't able to have my reading this morning, but I'm kind of glad because I feel like I was in such a frenetic state.
Yeah.
That it actually sort of made me believe in it more because I was like, yeah, this is the vibe of my weekend. Is that nothing that I schedule is happening. And so if it were to happen on any weekend, it would be now because everything is moving.
Yeah.
So it's fine. And she was so great. She was like, I'll get you in. I will do whatever I can. I'll stay late. Just let me know whatever works for you. So
yeah.
Did it stay with you all day like it did me?
That's what I was going to say. I finished it and I had one of the biggest cries I've had in a while. But it felt, I was actually happy. I sent Tony the crying smiley emoji because I literally felt like I was crying and smiling at the same time. Yeah. And all day I felt like I haven't been this happy in years. I just feel so happy. Like I've tried a new antidepressant or something. What happened?
Well, I'm curious to see after the afterglow wears off, in a week. Yeah. If it's still on your mind and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I downloaded a gratitude app that has the prompts that they ask you different prompts every morning to write that down. And I'm okay, I'm gonna tweak it to make it a little me and fit into my life. And I've already filled it out for today, and I felt great doing it. And
wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool, Eric.
So
Good.
cool.
I'm glad you did it.
Yeah. It was really interesting because it wasn't just the problems or issues that I had. It wasn't just discovering that. There was a plan of how to move forward with it, which feels really empowering. And more than anything I've ever done in my life, it feels like, wow, there actually is a solution for all of this that's going on in my life.
Yeah.
I feel like the best readings, because if you go to whatever, someone random and they're like, what do you want to know? And yes, you'll get this. And no, you won't get that. And you'll meet someone whose name starts with an M. It's but the best readings you get are, it feels like your therapist, but they know more about you.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell, you have your first therapy session and you're like, here's what happened to me and here's my trauma, blah, blah. But you have a reading and they already know all of it. So it is like a therapy session in that they're not just it's not your future. It's here's what's going on, and here's what you need to do to get to the future that I know you want.
Yeah, that was the kind of reading I had from
Mhm.
her last week. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It was. I'm so grateful I did it. It was one of
Good.
the most crazy, bizarre,
Oh, that's amazing.
therapeutic experiences I've ever had. And
yeah.
in a weird way, I kind of don't believe in this stuff, but I really do believe in it. So yeah,
It's so like bizarre,
Yeah.
isn't it?
yeah,
And like it's been a week for me, but ever since that reading, it's always in the back of my head, and even the way I think about stuff and present myself now is different.
So the work that she gave you to do was to just like
Authentic
drop
self
that,
and drop
just
the
be
facade. Yeah.
authentic. So she
Yeah.
gave you guys both work,
Yeah.
and I love that.
Yeah.
It was
she
like,
also told me to stop being on the dating apps. Stop
Oh.
doing that right now.
what?
She's like, don't do it.
Oh,
What are you
that's
supposed to do?
yeah. How are you
She's-
supposed to get dick?
She's like, you got to do the work first before
Yeah.
you go on those.
Oh, okay.
She's
I
like,
get
Okay,
it.
that's-
because you're
that's
just gonna keep attracting the same guy.
The same type
Stop
of
doing
Yeah.
it.
Will she tell you when you are able to jump back on those sites?
So I actually asked, sort of. I asked, like, what do I do?
Approximate.
What do I
timeline?
do for my next steps?
Yeah.
And she's like, you'll know when you need to talk to me again.
That's what she
I
told
also
me.
love
Yeah.
that.
She's like, you'll know.
You'll
You'll
know.
know. You'll get the signs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like,
Yeah.
you
I
gonna
think-
send me a messenger pigeon? What's going on? What's the sign? Oh my God, is Rex? What's his name from Signs, the movie? Mel Gibson? Is he gonna show up in my yard?
Swing away. Swing away.
What was the kid's name in that? The Rex.
I think. Well, no, because Rex is the
Simon
actor.
Rex.
Simon Rex. He's
Oh.
who
in
used to
Red
do porn
Rocket.
when he was
He's
like
so
younger.
hot.
He's
Yeah.
in Red Rocket.
when he was a VJ on
Yeah.
MTV.
Oh, that's
remember
right.
remember
I
those
loved
things
him.
called VJs?
VJs.
Yes,
Video
video
DJ.
jockeys.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had like a premonition or anything like that has come true?
Yes.
Since
I
we're talking
have.
about psychics, and
I
stuff?
get a lot of deja vu. I get it a lot.
Me too.
I
Like
just
maybe
have
like
weird
once a
dreams.
month.
I have like two major moments in my life,
Really?
other than being told by a stranger on the street that I was of the veil. I told
Oh,
you.
yeah, you told me this
he was
story.
like, put your hair down. You're of the veil, bitch. And
The veil.
I,
You're like,
I-
what veil is
I was
this?
like, what's
Is
happening?
there an annual fee, a membership
Yeah.
fee I gotta pay?
What's a
Do
subscription?
I get a card?
When I was younger and in show choir, because that's the thing I did.
You did show choir?
I did.
Oh
Ooh.
God.
I was
Sorry.
doing show choir, and I had this like one night where I was like, "Don't stop smiling, don't stop smiling, you can't stop smiling," and I just kept telling myself that, and so I smiled the whole time. And mom made not my mom, another mom was like, "Wow, Brynne, that smile was insane tonight," and I was like, "Yep," because I kept telling myself like, "Keep smiling, or something bad will happen." And afterwards, my dad dropped me off at my friend's house. And you know, when I was younger, my dad was like very gruff, and
Yeah.
he changed as we got older. But I never really was like this, but I hugged my dad so tight, and I was like, "I love you. Call me when you get home," which is
Yeah.
like not something like a 10-year-old does
Yeah.
to
No.
their dad. I was like,
Right.
"Call me when you get home," and then my
And
dad
he never
did not,
called.
He never
and
called.
it's been 50 years, and she's
He went
no-
out
no-
for a pack of
Cigarette.
smokes, and he never came back.
and a loaf of bread. We got the bread, but no dad.
You're gonna feel bad in a second.
You're
I
about to
am.
feel
I
terrible,
am.
Tony.
I
I
am.
know where this is
Because
going
I know.
to go.
I did too.
he actually did have a heart attack.
Oh shit!
And
Wow.
he survived. He is dead now, but many years later. So
Wow,
he
Tony, how do you
had-
feel?
How do you feel?
How do I
Tony?
feel?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm
Well,
kidding.
Clearly, Tony's not psychic because he didn't know where that story was
He
going to go.
knew.
I did.
No,
I
he
had-
knew.
yeah, I knew.
He had a heart attack.
I was just being
Shady.
now that it works.
You're drunk with power over
I
there.
am. I'm drunk with power.
and alcohol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been drinking for a while. Do you guys want to? Do you have to finish your story? Sorry.
Oh no, that was it.
Oh, was
and
that
then I
it?
had-
He
no, and then
died?
I had one more moment. No, my
Okay,
dad,
sorry.
he is dead, but he was not dead at that moment.
Okay.
But I just knew in that moment, I was like, something's up.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know
Oh,
if
you got a
that's
vibe.
if it was like the vibe, or if it was like, you know, sometimes you have
Spirit telling you?
subconscious.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have subconscious cues, and that is what a scientist would say. That
Mhm.
maybe I was noticing my dad looked pale, or maybe I was just like
Mm.
picking up on those
Yeah.
subtle
That's
cues, and I
possible.
didn't understand. But I was living in an apartment building, and where you build apartments. And
I didn't know that's what it was called.
that's where it's a building and in the apartments. And I was having a recurring dream of this like weird salesman watching me.
What was he
Like,
selling?
He wasn't selling anything. He was just in the corner of my room.
Just
and
watching?
he looked like the death of a salesman. Like he was like a rumpled suit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it would really freak me out. Like they were like I just thought they were panic dreams. And I was like, this is
It
an
was a
amalgamation.
State Farm agent.
Yes, exactly. I was like, this is an amalgamation of like debt collectors or
Yeah.
like whatever bullshit.
We're
or,
just
like,
here to check on
white
your
men.
extended warranty.
Yes, exactly. Dude. Just like, like a token of a white dude,
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
being there. And my brother, who my mom has said for a long time she thought could see ghosts, came to stay at my apartment.
Yeah.
And he like woke up one day and I was like, how'd you sleep? And he's like, bad. He's like, you got that guy watching you in your room. And I go, what? And he goes, that guy in the suit, he watches you.
How old was your brother at this time?
No, we were adults.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I would have
full
been
on.
like, what are you smoking? What pills did you
And
take?
I thought he was like tired or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I was like, what do you mean? And I go, what does he look like? And he's like, he's got a rumpled suit. He's older, gray hair, tired. And he just stands in your room
It's
and he
Willy
watches
Lomas
you.
from-
It was fucking Willie Loman. But when my brother said it, I was like, holy, like
Yeah.
I got and like I had never thought, but it was just in that moment. I was like, well, is this a shared delusion or what is this?
A shared delusion.
Yeah.
Because that's not like us picking up on cues. And I
Yeah.
had never said anything to anyone about it because I thought it was a stress dream.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know. He told me to move. He's like, I don't
Yeah.
know how you sleep. I don't know what you're doing.
Wow.
And he's like, you got that guy watching you
How
and
long-
he's not leaving.
How long did you stay there?
Yeah.
Oh, I stayed forever.
And did it continue to happen?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you have
Yeah.
conversations with him? Like
I
you
did.
with
I was
Claude?
like, hey, bro, if you want to watch, fine. Okay, but just don't
just
hurt
don't
me.
record.
Just
And
don't record
And if you're gonna do an OnlyFans of this,
Half the profits
yeah,
for me. And just like be a helpful ghost.
yeah, like Claude is.
Remember in Angel when Cordelia had that ghost roommate?
Yes.
And she was just like, hey
Angel,
boy.
that is yeah.
Let's just be friendly.
Friends.
Let's be roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be roommates.
And then the dreams got better, like less
Yeah.
malicious.
After you talked to him?
Yep.
After you had a conversation
After
with
I
Willie?
was just like, hey, I know you're here. And I'm not trying to like whatever happened in this house. I'm not Nancy Drew. I'm not trying to solve
whatever
a
happened
mystery
in this murder house.
in this murder house. I'm not solving this mystery, so I'm
Yeah.
not your one.
You're
Yeah.
like,
Maybe
I don't
the
care.
next one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
will be your ghost whisperer, but I'm just chill.
You're Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yes, exactly. Like she'll solve this for you. I'm not going to the library and looking at stacks to see what happened on the
You're like,
property.
that's too much for me. I
Because
got
I'm
shit
so
going on.
lazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is
You're
not
like,
the beginning.
As you're pouring your bottle.
Yes,
of wine.
exactly.
Yeah.
I was
It's
like,
not happening.
It's
I'll
not.
put some whiskey out for you if we could be just gentle companions. But I'm not solving this for you.
You're like,
so
we
next
can watch
one.
the new Sex in the City together if you want.
Exactly. And then I wrote a skit about it called.
Did you?
I called it "Sex in the Single Girl Tergeist."
Did you really?
I did.
Whatever happened to that?
Oh, we did it. I had a sketch comedy group
Yeah.
in right after college, and we performed it very
Nice.
badly.
Nice.
But I'm proud of that skit.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
do you
were
guys?
you gonna ask us psychic questions?
Yeah,
Yes,
oh,
I
yeah,
want
yeah,
to.
sorry.
We're gonna test your psychic abilities.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you want it, Brynne?
Yes, I
Yes.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is like a stupid quiz, but we're gonna do
Okay.
it anyways.
You and your
Let's.
you and your Cosmo quizzes.
Oh, Eric, can you do me a huge favor?
Yeah.
Can you plug in my computer so it doesn't die during the segment? Just
Practice
plug the
your
white
go-go
one in there.
skills as you go.
As you go,
to do
go,
that.
go, go,
Go,
go,
go,
Bomb,
go.
chicka, bomb, bomb.
Bam,
na, na,
bam,
na,
bam,
bam,
bam.
bam. Oh, there's the ass on camera.
Bam,
That's what you
bam,
guys are actually
bam,
looking for later.
Bam, ching,
Okay, are
ching,
you ready, Brynne?
bam, ba- bam, bam, bam. Yes.
I know I should have plugged that in before, but I didn't.
know.
I'm just, oh, there he goes again. Shake it, shake your money maker.
Shake
Do
it,
it,
shake
do
it,
it.
shake it,
That's
shake
what they're
it.
gonna give dollars to. I know, with all the wires. Okay, first question, Brynne. Ready?
Yes.
Open yourself up. Do all of that good stuff. Ready? You're walking through a forest and come across this fork in a road. One path will lead you safely home, and the other will lead you towards a family of hungry bears. Speaking of bears, bear night tonight, everybody!
Wow. Way to bring it back.
Wait,
Which way do you go? Left or right?
left?
Correct!
Is this a joke?
No,
Yeah.
the correct.
Okay.
Left path takes you safely home.
Okay.
Brynne, Mac.
Huh.
I am
Okay,
excited.
ready for the next one?
I'm of the veil.
You're presented with 3 cups and told to drink one. 2 of them are poisonous and 1 is not. Which one do you choose? Blue, yellow, or orange?
I'm going to choose blue's my favorite color.
Brynne?
Nothing. I have spent the last couple of years
Yes!
being inoculating myself to iocane powder. Never getting a.
Do you know what that's from? Do you know what that?
No.
Princess Bride.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
never seen it.
That was amazing, Brynne.
Thank
never
you.
never
Thank-
seen it.
What color do you pick?
Orange.
It's you were both wrong. It was yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Got it.
Wrong. It was a yellow cup.
Yeah.
You guys.
This
okay.
isn't real.
Yeah,
this
it's
isn't
not.
a real test because
This doesn't
No.
real.
test anything.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do a couple more. You open your door to find an unmarked, sealed box on your doorstep. What do you think is inside? A sweater? A basketball? 4 boxes of mac and cheese? Or there's nothing?
Wow.
Which one did? What's in
I
the
think
box?
it's the lint order I ordered
I was gonna
today
say, like,
from Amazon.
Amazon.
knowing exactly what we know in the future,
Yeah.
I would check my Amazon account.
I would too.
Mac
But-
and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Eric,
What?
just
What are the other options again?
sweater, basketball, nothing. The nothing.
Sweater. I could use a
Okay.
new sweater.
Well, let's see mac and cheese. Brynne got it right again. Mac and cheese. Sylvia Brown in the audience. No, kidding. For all of you 90s kids, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? You're sitting across the room when you hear your phone ring. You can't see the caller ID, and you weren't expecting a call from anybody today. Still, you feel like you know who it is before you even check. Who is it?
Okay, it's
Your best friend?
2022.
Your
I'm
doctor?
never expecting a call.
Your mom? Your coworker?
My mom.
Is it your mom? Who is it?
My mom's the only one who calls.
Nope, your best friend. You
Yeah.
both don't have best
No,
friends.
that's wrong.
That's wrong. You're like, no, they're wrong.
Yeah.
This
One
quiz is not
more.
psychic.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Your significant. Never mind. We don't have significant others. That's the
Yeah.
end of the segment.
That's true. Done. Move on.
Do you know, like, I remember in Comedy Central, they
Yeah.
did this interview with Dionne Warwick, who had the Psychic
Yep,
Friends
yep.
Network. And they asked her, how were your psychic friends not able to predict that your company was going to go bankrupt?
What did she say?
And she just goes, and then it cuts.
It's like when you're a comic and someone asks you to tell a joke and you're like, I'm more of a situational comic.
What do you do when people say, "Hey, Brynne, tell me a joke"? You're supposed to be a funny lady.
I say I'm more of a situational comic. I think really hard about what I want to say, and then I
Yeah.
write it down, and then I tell
then you
it to a few
workshop it,
friends, and then I
and
workshop it, and
Yeah.
then I reword it, and then I practice it a million times, and then I go out.
Why don't you go? Why did the kitchen cross the road? Kitchen? Did you hear me?
Kitchen.
Kitchen,
Ah,
chicken.
Chicken.
Why did the kitchen cross the road?
To get to the other sink.
Yeah.
Thank you, audience. Thank you, audience. Thank you. I'm here all night. I'm here all night until
Wow.
Bears Night starts. Thank you. Thank you.
Which
Thank
I
you.
just now in my life as a comic realized that the chicken joke is a suicide joke.
Yeah, because he dies.
Never knew it.
Ever?
Wait,
To
what
get
it-
to the other side. Because he knows he's gonna
I've never thought of it that way.
Yep. I thought it was a dumb joke. I just thought I
Way
know
to
this
bring
year.
it down. Let's.
Jeez.
Wow, we're on that note. We're just talked about suicide. We're gonna go fill our drinks and take a break, everybody.
Sorry,
We'll be
guys.
right back.
In the world of male sexual health, getting an erection isn't always the problem, but instead premature ejaculation may be the issue. The great news is, Hims has that covered with either a spray, a pill, or both. Formulated with lidocaine, the spray works by altering the sensitivity to the sprayed area without overly numbing. Unlike other topical products, it's absorbed by the skin without transferring to your partner. Spray to the most sensitive areas of your penis 5 to 10 minutes before game time. This spray absorbs quickly and stays local to the applied area, rather than numbing the sensation of your entire penis. Studies have shown men can last 64% longer when using the spray. Hims offers men access to high-quality medical products for issues all men face, but rarely take care of, and Hims is a trusted destination for sound medical guidance with both prescription and non-prescription solutions. Sex should be fun for all. Hims helps you enjoy this pleasure longer with a quick and easy spritz. Try Hims today. Go to whoinvitedher.net/HIMS. That's HIMS. Hims is a one-stop shop for sexual wellness, hair loss and skincare for men. They can connect you to FDA-approved treatments backed by science. Prescription products are subject to medical provider approval and require an online consultation with a medical provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate, all from the comfort of your own home. See website for full details and safety information. That's whoinvitedher.net/HIMS.
Do your moves, Eric. Practice.
Oh yeah.
Shoulder, shoulder, shoulder.
Uppercut.
Little shimmy.
Left. Show us your left titty. No,
Good one.
don't show
Oh,
us
that's a good one. It's more symmetrical.
Hey, everybody, we're back from break. We've obviously had refill drinks. So the other exciting thing we did today, I don't know if a lot of our audience remembers, there was an episode we did probably in our second season with our friend Brown Delicious. He throws a birthday party for his pet every year.
Yes.
So it's Biju's birthday party. I don't go because I know I'm going to get hate for this, but I think it's ridiculous throwing a birthday party for your animal. I know it's just an excuse to throw a party. The dog's not going to remember. Why are you going to make cupcakes for your dog? Buy them presents, all of that. I know pet people are probably canceling the show, but you know...
Can I just say that
it's just how I feel.
The dog cupcakes were next to the human food, and I did grab one, and
How did it
somebody
taste?
let me know before I took a
I
bite.
have a real thought about this. It's like a trope in movies and so forth. It's like, oh, I accidentally ate the dog food. And it's like, it's made of the same thing that people food is made of. It's not going to hurt you.
Yeah. Apparently, it was just really bland tasting.
Yeah,
somebody
it just
did
doesn't
eat it.
have the spices.
Yeah.
Or the
How are
flavors.
your guys' feeling on birthday? Okay, birthday parties for your pets. And when I say a birthday party, you are literally making cakes for them, getting presents, a piñata for the animal, putting him in a costume, having a theme for the party.
Yeah, we were at a dress attire assigned. Yes.
I have a real take on this.
Okay, go ahead, Brynne. I'm curious.
So I think that there was a point in my life where I did this. I didn't throw a birthday party, but I made all of my dog's food, and I think it has a real attachment to the LGBTQ plus community, and
dog food does?
Not dog food, homemade dog food. This sort of thing.
I was like, is it Showgirls at the end?
Yes.
You ever tried dog food?
You ever
honey?
tried dog food?
Puppy
Great
chow.
Puppy chow.
Is that for a really long time?
What is it? Wait,
Darling.
Darling. Gina Gershon.
I love Gina Gershon. Can we get her on the show?
Bond. Do you remember the movie Bound?
Yes, I
With
love Bound.
Oh, I love that movie.
Oh,
It's
God. We
so
should do it
sexy.
on Film Springer.
We should with Jennifer Tilly and
Jennifer
her.
Tilly.
That sounds amazing.
She's friends with Sutton on The Real Housewives of Orange.
Okay,
sorry.
continue with your
Okay, so I, as a person who had made a decision to not get married or have kids, obviously that was trash because I got married and I have a kid. But especially when you identify as something that for a really long time you thought, I'm not ever going to be able to have those rights. I'm not going to be able to get married. I'm not going to be able to have a kid. Those doors were closed.
To you?
Yes, when I thought that I was not bisexual, and I was just just gay.
Oh, gotcha.
And or as a woman,
We've
that's
never actually talked about your sexuality on the show and on Film Springer.
This is a sexuality show or on Film Springer.
We never brought it up, even though I know, but we've never talked about it on any of the shows.
Yes, I am bisexual.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and she actually has a date with a woman coming
with a very pretty normal I was gonna say young lady. That sounds gross. I'm at the point in age.
She's like a young lady.
yeah, I thought I am no longer young, so I cannot say that. I was
You're
like a pretty
right.
young lady. No, where
Yeah.
I'm middle aged, and so is she.
You're not middle aged.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay, back
Yeah.
to the dog food story.
So, for a long time, I was like, oh, I'm never gonna be able to get married or have kids. So I treated my dog like a kid.
Yeah.
And so that is where you funnel it. I was at a certain age where
Okay.
I had disposable income
Yeah.
and love to give, right? Like it wasn't like a lot of people channel that back into themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And when you feel like you want to give the love, but you can't,
Yeah.
you transfer it
To a pet.
onto
Yeah.
a little pet.
I've never really been a pet person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can tell
that's the
you don't
thing.
have any.
That's
No,
the
I
thing.
have plants.
You can throw a birthday for your plants.
Well, this is the thing, how I look at it. I think people get pants. I think people get pants, not pets,
Mhm.
for companionship.
Yes,
or
exactly.
because they go through. I'm an identical twin. I've always had my twin brother.
That's
or
true.
sibling.
That's
So
true.
I've never.
Is he your pet?
No, I wouldn't call him a pet. That's my pet rat. No.
Man,
I look at it like I've never been truly
lonely.
Alone.
alone,
Yep.
like in the aspect
Yeah.
of my identity. I've always been like a part of a unit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
So
Yes,
it's
it does.
I've never felt the even when we had pets as kids, I was just like, oh, what is this thing? I'm not cleaning up your shit. I don't even clean up my own shit. Why am I
Yeah.
gonna clean up yours?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You'll make a great boyfriend.
Are
Wow.
you cleaning up your boyfriend's shit a lot?
Wow.
What relationships?
It's
are you in?
happened before.
It's happened
Yeah, it's
before.
got
Yeah.
to.
Producer Rob. Anyways, we want to talk about that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was one time. Halloween. 2002. No, I'm kidding. He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me.
He's going to kill you.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a podcast about him murdering you.
Yeah.
It'll
Oh
be
my
a
God,
murder
Eric.
mystery.
Eric will
Yeah.
be so good on this
Only
podcast.
murder in the podcast.
Yes, only
Built
murders in the
Yes.
podcast.
Okay, we're totally getting off topic.
Okay.
So this whole thing about pets, and I get it. I have friends that are pet people, and they are their children.
Yeah.
I get it. It's just not my aesthetic,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
I love
That's
you call
okay.
it an
It's okay.
aesthetic. Yeah,
But
it's fine.
do you want to know how much Americans spend
Yes.
God, I can't
on
even
this?
imagine.
I
So
do.
I'm gonna between millennials, Gen X's, and Boomers, who do you think spends the most when it comes to like a birthday party for their dogs? Like
Boomers.
gifts.
Boomers.
Boomers.
Like, is it
No.
empty nest?
Oh.
It's
Gen
us.
X.
Interesting.
Gen
Yeah.
X, because the Boomers ignored us as kids.
Yeah, it's us.
Yeah. Yeah. You're Gen X, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Wait, no. You're
No, I'm a
younger than me.
millennial.
You're
You're
a
a
millennial.
millennial.
You're
Yeah.
definitely
But
a
I'm
millennial.
not. My body and soul is not millennial.
Yeah.
It's Gen
I-
X.
So-
I'm borderline.
Gen X spends the most on their pets.
Okay.
Apparently. And then it would be let's see. Then it next would be millennials and then
Yeah.
boomers.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So they spend on holiday birthday parties, well, birthday parties alone, about 25% have actually given their pet a birthday party.
Okay.
And then the 17% thought about it, but haven't done it.
Okay.
But this is what was crazy. 47% buy their pets a Christmas or a holiday present.
Oh, I 100%
I
got
have.
my cat.
I would
Yeah.
This year I got Sparkles
yeah.
a birthday present.
Sprinkles your cat. So, you know
Sparkles.
what's interesting? Cat people are different.
Yeah.
I am not a
They're,
cat
they're
person.
psychotic is what they are.
Yes,
first of
my
all.
daughter
Guess
is.
what generation or spends the most on their cats?
They're cats?
Yeah. Millennial, Gen X, or boomers?
Boomers.
I think boomers on that
No, millennials.
Really?
Yes.
one. Really?
They spent the most on their cats.
Because they're about equal rights about the cat now. 'Cause
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
our cats
Yeah.
are the same as your dogs.
Right.
But we
I got a scratch from this cat.
from Sprinkles,
Sparkles.
Sparkle, whatever the fuck
That's
its
fine.
name is.
I call her Sprinkles sometimes too. I am a dog person. My daughter is a cat person, and
Yeah.
my daughter controls me. So we got a cat
Okay, for your daughter.
for my
Wow.
daughter. It was
I
a
would get a
divorce
dog,
present.
maybe, but my idea is
She
like
would not.
I don't want to clean up after it.
So cats actually are easier.
But then you have a box of shit in your
Shit,
house.
yeah.
they're so mean.
They
I have an
Cats-
automatic
cats are
scooper
mean.
that like it
Oh, it
like
does.
funnels itself
Cats
and
are
then I just
mean.
But
They're
see,
so
I don't
mean.
mind that because I'm like, oh, you want to give me attitude? I will give you attitude back.
Yeah.
But the thing is I'm allergic to cats.
Me
so I can't
too.
have 'em.
Oh, I found out I am too.
Yeah.
Now that you have one?
No, I got one. Tried. Oof.
I dated a guy who had a cat, and
I thought you said
They're-
I dated a cat once.
I dated a
and-
cat
I
once.
dated a cat
It was
for a couple
very
of
bad.
years.
We were both competing
lots
signs.
of scratches all over
all
me.
over.
No, this cat, like, I remember I was like, cats are mean when she
They are
sat
mean.
down and like she knocked, like she just stared at me with like really intense eyes and then knocked my like whatever I think it was my keys
Yep.
or something off the table, and just like and then continued to stare at me like, what you gonna do
What are
about
you going
it?
to do, bitch?
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
You're not gonna hurt an animal.
Yeah.
And they
Years
know
and
that.
years and
Yeah.
years and years ago, I had two cats, Russian blue, and it was a Siamese fire point or something like that.
Oh.
One of them looked like Barbara Streisand because their eyes were crossed.
Aw.
Dumb as shit, used to run into the walls.
Wow.
The other one had so much attitude. She was just
Sparkles has so much attitude. It's
Yeah.
I'm living in a house controlled by a cat and a child, and they're just
that sounds like a
constantly-
nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
That
it's
sounds
super
like a
fun.
horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we should write a movie about this. It's our next podcast.
What was your first pet?
So we had a dog named Boo Boo. Boo Boo was like a mixed dog, and he would jump our fence every morning and like go fucking all night long.
Yep.
And then every morning he would be waiting at the fence for my dad to like leave for work and come run back in and like go back to bed because he'd been partying all
All
night.
All night.
Sounds
Literally
familiar.
me.
It's you.
Literally me. Yeah.
That's where you get it
Yeah,
from.
I learned it from my dog.
What about you, Brynne? What was your first pet?
I had a dog named Sparky, and this is fun because one day my mom is such a bitch, and she does not like animals. We
Yeah.
convinced her to get a dog, and one day, the dog accidentally got locked in my parents' room.
Mhm.
And destroyed fucking everything. And I remember like us shoving kibble under the door because we're like, he's gonna die. And so my parents were like, Sparky was too rambunctious. We had to we had to give him away. We
had
went
to
to go live on a
sell him.
farm.
Yeah.
We went to live on a farm. And
They
then
made
when
him in a glue?
so when I got
Yeah.
older, when I got older, I talked to my dad. I was like, "Oh, that's a euphemism, right? Like you
Yeah.
to live on a farm."
He didn't live on a farm. He bought
And my
the
dad was
farm.
like, "No, he did go to live on the farm, and then he died on that farm. And he
What
got run
farm
over by a
is this?
car. Like he had a friend that had a farm, and
Oh
he
my
was like,
God, he was crossing the road with the chicken.
Yes,
Suicide.
exactly. But it was like my
To
dad
get to the
wasn't
other
like.
side.
He was like, no, it was absolutely not a euphemism. He did go to live on the farm and then died shortly after. And I was like, oh my God.
What the fuck?
Wow.
What about
I
you?
don't know. My first pet was we had a dog named Dixie.
Cute.
Yeah, I hated that dog. She was a
It's so
bitch.
gay.
I know.
So
Isn't that the wait? Isn't that the for your drag name, your first pet's name,
And your street.
No, I thought it was your mother's maiden name, or was it
Okay.
your street?
I think it's the street you grew up on as a kid.
Yeah,
What would yours be?
Boo Boo Sierra Vista.
I am Sparky Cherry.
Oh,
that's
that's
a
good.
good one.
That's a good one. Actually.
Mine would be Dixie Palm.
Nice, very
That
good.
is, ladies and gentlemen,
'Cause
welcome
it
to the
sounds-
stage,
Dixie
Palm.
Palm.
Wrong sound effect. The wrong
That's
button
fine.
again.
It's fine.
Here we go. Here we go.
Wow.
Yeah, what
that
a
took a while.
Oh God. Okay, so you know what time it is? We haven't done this in a while. Breaking news articles
Wow.
for this week. Stuff that's happened in pop culture. We're gonna talk about.
I didn't know we had a sound effect.
I didn't either. I found it today on the board. It's been sitting there forever. Rob
Wow.
must have put it on.
Wow.
So I did want to talk about. There was somebody, director and queer cult filmmaker James Bidgood died this week. And if
Yeah.
anybody doesn't know who he is, he was a film director from probably the 1970s, really famous for directing, writing, directing, doing the cinematography, everything for Pink Narcissist, which was this movie that came out, I want to say it was in the late 1970s, but he didn't get recognition for the film till in the mid 90s.
Okay.
I remember watching this when I was in high school. And I remember going to one of my friend's house and watching it and was amazed by it. And it actually influenced my artwork and like who I was as an artist was this film, Pink
Nice.
Narcissist. Have you guys heard of it?
Do I have heard of it.
Okay.
Do you talk about your art a lot on the podcast? Joey?
Never.
No.
Yeah,
You're
do
such
I, Eric?
a great artist.
I
Thank
don't
you.
think you have.
Why do you guys not
No.
talk about this?
I don't know. I just never think about it.
Tell us about your art, Tony.
Yeah, it's okay. So do you guys want to watch the trailer?
Yes.
I want to show you and get what
Yes.
your thoughts are because I remember when this came out, I was like obsessed with this film. And
Flam.
I remember my ex at the time, Josh, was the one who introduced me to it. And it's like super gay, erotic. But remind you, this came out in like 1979.
42.
Shut up.
How old are you again?
But so James Bidgood, directed this film. The film was shot entirely in his tiny New York apartment over 7 years. And it was
That's
only
wild.
publicly revealed that he was a film director, writer, producer, and cinematography in the mid-90s. But I remember the color and how... Oh, I just thought it was so cool and gorgeous and so homoerotic. It
Yeah.
was so good.
I
But you
mean-
guys, if you're watching the YouTube channel, you'll see the.
I mean,
Is
this
that a real
guy's,
butt?
This guy's
Yeah.
really hot.
Yeah.
Or those pants?
Very beautiful.
It's so pants, tight pants.
Tight pants.
We won't watch the whole thing because it's long, but
Oh, I'm into that.
Yeah.
it's so hot. I remember there is a scene. I wonder if they show it, but like the fact that this whole film. That's enough of that. Was shot in his tiny apartment in New York.
Yeah, that's right.
That's really cool.
But he passed away this week. So there's another group of artists, this artist couple. I'm probably gonna ruin the name, but Pierre
Pierre and Gil.
Yes.
Yeah, Gil.
They are a French couple artists that is an actual couple, but they did a bunch of artwork in the 90s, and they had a couple coffee table books that I was obsessed with. But like their artwork is amazing. Like if you guys get a chance to go online and look them up, it is so good. Like so
Oh, yeah.
homoerotic. So I love all of it. I used to have this coffee table book of theirs. I don't know what happened to it, but I gotta find it. But he passed away this week, James Bidgood. So it was kind of like,
Well, thank you for your contribution.
Yeah.
thank you for your contribution. Is
Yeah.
right. Oh,
in a time when it was not easy. to
Yeah.
do
it
that
wasn't.
stuff.
And the
Oh my
fact that
God.
he couldn't even say he was the director producer of this
Yeah.
film and just put it out without his name. And it took till the mid 90s for people to realize that he was the director and creator
Yeah.
of Pink Narcissist. But you can watch Pink Narcissist on YouTube. They have the whole movie
Oh,
there.
nice.
It's really cool.
Okay.
And then I think what was really trippy for me, it took him 7 years to make the film in his apartment. Every shot of the film was done in his apartment.
Wow.
But even like what we saw in the trailer, and sorry you guys haven't seen it, if you're listening, you should go check out
Yeah.
the trailer. It looks so open, and it does
Yeah.
not look like it's in one space.
yeah,
at
it looks
all.
like it's in a giant
Yeah.
room.
No, it was a
Exactly.
tiny,
Yeah.
tiny apartment.
That's rad.
So in other news, something for all of you theater nerds out there. So unfortunately, Stephen Sondheim passed away last year.
Yeah.
One of the great Broadway directors. What's it called? Writer, all of that.
Yeah.
So his musical, A Little Night Music, is getting a queer twist. A Los Angeles-based theater company is going to be remounting A Little Night Music, but it is going to be first for anybody who doesn't know the story. It's a tale of lust, love, jealousy, set in 1901 Sweden.
Yep. It's in Sweden.
Revolves around actress Desiree Armfeldt, I
Yeah.
think her name is, and it's like all of her lovers from the past.
So
It's so good. The music is all set to waltz music, but it was one of Sondheim's best musicals ever. It
love
like
A Little Night Music.
yeah, the book and lyrics were written by Sondheim, book by Hugh Wheeler, and the director that is I think I can't remember if Harold Prince directed the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yep,
the
yep,
original
yep.
Broadway one.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
He did the original Broadway. It won a shit ton of Tony. It won 6 Tony Awards.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
would,
including-
Ingmar Bergman
Yeah.
was the like the inspiration.
Yeah,
right?
and Send in the Clowns is from this show. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So won the Tony for Best Musical, Best Book of a Musical, Best Original Score, and some other ones. But this new production they're going to be doing in LA is all primarily cast of female presenting actors.
Love this.
Which
Okay.
is going to be which gives the show often an allude to, but now outright lesbian subtext.
I have lesbian subtext.
Yes.
I love this.
I'm so excited for this. And also the cast is going to all the cast is either gender non-conforming, trans, non-binary artists.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's going to be taking place in LA. I don't remember the theater it's at. I don't think it's been announced, but I'm really excited. I want to go see this because I do love the musical. They did it here. Our friend Jenny Connard, she did it. They did a production at Coronado Playhouse here that my brother costumed. And I love the show.
I love a little
the
night
music's
music.
gorgeous.
It's amazing.
When it's done right, it's done right.
Yep.
So I'm really curious to see like a full female cast
Yes,
of it.
I am very excited
Yeah.
for this.
We should go to LA and
We
see
should
it.
go to LA and
I
see
would
it.
totally do it. Yeah.
We could videotape the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it
There
on
you
our
go.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Okay, the last story I want to talk about because this is going to be funny. Pink News told a story about this woman in London who her dad accidentally sent gay porn video of himself to his daughter.
Oh.
Yes, by accident during the holidays.
Ooh.
She had already known that he was
It's like,
gay
did
because
she
she
know?
found out by mistake. And in the article, she goes on to say like, oh, she was like totally like I'm totally supportive. Her mom and dad got divorced. They were together for 27
but they
years,
weren't together
divorced for about
anymore.
6 years, I think, if I remember right.
Okay.
And he was living with 2 male roommates, and she found out that he was actually in a relationship with one,
Got
but
it.
he accidentally sent her a video of
Ouch.
the boyfriend performing fellatio, sucking his dick. Okay.
Wow.
So my question to you guys is we should do if that happened to you. Let's say one of your parents sent you a video of them in the act with the same sex. Eric especially, because your parents are still married, right?
Yeah.
What would you do?
Well, I mean, my mom is 74 and my dad's 81, so that would just be really
weird.
traumatizing to see any of that at that age. But hey,
hey, if they're still getting
but
it.
hey, good for them for
If-
still getting it.
If my mom accidentally sent me a video of her and a woman going out, I'd be like, I knew it. Finally, congratulations.
you.
Yeah.
Finally. Live your life.
The
Clarice.
closest thing I've done
She's
is
going to kill me for that.
I've sent a text message that I thought I was texting a guy that I was dating, and actually went to my boss. And it was like, last night was so hot. Like, I loved how, like, and it was about fucking and
sexual.
yeah, it was very sexual. And I sent it to my boss
Oh, shit.
on accident. And
What did they do?
Unfortunately, I had a cool boss who I was like friends with.
Yeah.
And I immediately was like, I'm so sorry. Please don't
It
read any of
happens.
that. Like, it was to the wrong person. And
I
it
know.
was terrifying. Yeah.
What about you? Okay, Brynne, since you're a mom,
I'm
Yeah.
a mother.
what if this comes up with Flynn at some point where you either text or
I'm
something?
with a girl and I accidentally text her a video.
I would be mortified as a parent.
Yeah.
I'm
How would
trying.
you-
I'm trying to teach Flynn to be like open and
Yeah.
fluid about her sexuality.
Do you talk about your
and-
sexuality with your daughter?
I do not.
Okay.
I mean, no, she knows.
Okay, that's
that
what
like mommy dates boys and girls,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I don't talk about like I don't get granular like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, no, she's too young for that.
She did ask me to explain menopause to her the other day.
What did you say? You
said-
said, "How dare you? I am not at that age."
I explained it to her. I was like,
What did
you
you
got
say?
no more eggs, and your eggs are
Mm.
done.
Did she go?
Yeah.
Where did they go?
No. She was like, okay, I'm done. You know,
She
it's
was like,
Yeah.
such
"This is
a
too much."
scientific way. I'm
Yeah.
like, you were
Yeah.
born with all the eggs you
So you
need.
were just gonna bore her
Yeah,
to
and
the
she
point
was
where
like,
she's
I
no
don't
longer
as
interested.
a
Sure.
parent, this is a good question, I think. As a parent, do you mentally already prepare yourself for the talk that is one day going to come?
Yes, you try. She is obsessed. I don't know if this is too graphic.
Have
Yeah.
you listened to our show?
Yeah, not
She's
this shit.
obsessed with my period.
Wait, what do you mean by
Huh.
Like she wants to come into the bathroom with me. She wants to I use a cup. So she wants to look at the blood. She wants to talk about it. She is like
Maybe she's a future horror film director.
I would love that.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
I would love that.
How do you explain it to her? Like what? I
So
couldn't
clinical.
imagine.
I'm like, your body builds a lining inside of your uterus.
And she's like, let me
and
take
she's like,
notes.
what? No, she goes, what's a uterus?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, it's like a little house inside you. And she goes, we have a house inside it? I'm like, I don't know, man.
She's
Wow.
like, is it a 2-story?
Is it a duplex we own or lease
I've got
or
a
what's
whole
up?
condo
and I
in
was
there.
like, this the way the government is, we're leasing. And no,
That's a good one.
You
That
get
was
real clinical about it,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they're like, I'm bored, I don't care.
But
Yeah.
have you prepared the sex talk in your head for the day
Think
it
about
comes?
this. So the big thing that they say is that you don't want your kids to hear about it from someone else
I heard it from someone.
I
before
did
they
too.
hear about it from
Yeah.
you, right? But then in my mind, I think that the age that they hear about it is probably much later than when they actually hear about it.
Yeah.
You think so?
I knew very young because my parents did not give a fuck. We've talked about this on
Yes, we did.
Film Spring.
Yeah.
They didn't
You
give a
had a
fuck what I
very
watched on
loose,
TV. They did
loose
not care.
childhood.
But I also thought a blowjob was like this. I thought you literally blew on it.
You know what I thought a blowjob was, and I said this in the car.
Yeah, I was like,
So yeah, everybody knows I grew up Jehovah's
That's
Witness.
insane.
So we were on our way to a meeting one night, and my mom's second husband was in there, and I remember I got really mad or about something, or I tried to make a joke, and I thought a blowjob was when you get your hair blown out. So it was
that is
really
a blowjob.
big.
Yeah, that is a
blowjob.
So
blowjob.
right, so in the car I said.
that's still right.
She looks like she got a blowjob all night. And my mom and my
Wow.
stepdad were like, they started busting up, and I had no idea why.
Yeah.
And then later on, I had it explained to me what that was.
Wow.
And as a young gay boy, I was like, where do I sign up?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would love
How
that.
do I volunteer
Um,
for
Why not?
this?
I was told my sex talk when Brenda Walsh on 90210
Oh
missed,
my God,
missed her period.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
she missed her period, and she thought she was pregnant. And then my parents knew that I was watching this because everyone was talking about it.
Oh yeah.
And then my parents thought, oh, we need to sit him down and have that conversation with him.
Do you remember that conversation?
Brenda
with you?
Walsh.
How old were you?
Yeah.
Probably like I wasn't in high school. I was in grade school, so maybe 12 or 13.
Really?
Yeah.
See, my first sex talk, I remember learning it from a neighbor about sex. And then I remember I always thought, oh my God, I'm going to die if
Yeah.
I have sex because of growing up Jehovah's Witness. It was a mortal sin to have sex
Yeah.
before you get, and especially
Thank
gay
God.
sex. I was like, oh, I'm fucked. I am so fucked and not in the right way.
Yeah.
This is not going the way I thought it was. And
Yeah. And here you are getting it in the right way.
yes.
No, you survived.
God, talk about trauma. I was like,
But
well,
that's the thing. Is like
here we go. I guess this is it.
it's that line of
Yeah.
like, I want you not to be traumatized by someone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't want to traumatize you
You
by
either.
doing it too early.
Early.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
You
know, and
never
you're a
know.
parent on the show, so
Yeah, I
So
have
am
no idea what I'm doing.
When did your parents talk to you about sex?
Never.
When did you realize that you were bisexual?
Oh,
Or
when I
did
was
you-
young.
Did
when I
you
was-
think you were gay first, or did you go?
I did. Yes.
Okay.
And then because I would always have a crush on older women's, and like
I mean,
older
who doesn't?
women's.
Women's
Those
Women's.
because I would have like a babysitter or whatever that would like touch me, and I'd be like, oh, that's a different feeling.
Oh.
You know?
Okay.
And I think that I am now.
I wish I had a boy babysitter. Like
Well, that's the thing.
I
God.
did actually, and I had the
Really?
biggest crush on him.
Yeah.
when
I
was a
would
kid.
too.
And I was like, that's
Oh.
nice. That's a nice.
I remember
feeling.
thinking, I bet his dick is so big. No, I'm kidding.
I didn't think that. I
Wow.
just thought this is
Uh,
a special feeling that I don't feel
Yeah. This
a
was
lot.
warm and
This
tingly.
was
Yeah,
Nice,
I mean,
tingly.
I was
Yeah.
22 at the time when he was babysitting me, so I think it was appropriate. No, I'm kidding.
Can we explain this more?
I'm
Oh, okay, that was a
totally
bit.
kidding.
That's
Okay.
called a
I was
hooker,
like, I need
Tony.
that.
Oh, that's what it is. Manny said it was a
I-
babysitter. He
That's
got me
what
a
I'm saying
babysitter.
is like, should we do that thing that?
Did he change her diaper?
He
Yeah.
did.
Should we do the thing that
And he
mafia
gave me a
guys
new
do, where
binky.
they get a sex worker for their firstborn. Be
Oh,
like,
God.
you're gonna give it to her, right?
Yeah.
That's a thing in movies.
Do you remember that movie? We talked about this. I think the last American Virgin.
Yes.
Remember that movie when
Yes.
he gets
Yes,
crabs
sorry.
from the
When he
hooker?
gets crabs from the sex
And they
worker.
they go into the swimming pool to try to drown the
No.
crabs. This is like an old 80s movie, but I remember
Such a good
watching it
movie.
when I was a kid, and when he tries to take the girl's bra off and he can't,
He
and he
can't
has
do
these
it.
like industrial scissors.
Yeah.
This movie stuck with me for years.
Well, I
Wow.
think the
And
thing
until
is,
I met Brynne, and we were talking about this on Film Spring, and I was like, Brynne, do you remember? And she's like, yes, I do. I was like,
Yes.
oh, this is why we're friends.
exactly. Well, it was like that movie, Just One of the Boys.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I used to love that movie
love
too.
that movie.
Eric's like, I have no
I have
idea
no
what you're
idea
talking
what
about.
movies you're talking
That's
about
why-
at all.
Gotta introduce,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like also movies back in the day were I've played some movies for fun. Then I was like, oh, this is PG,
Yeah.
and it's PG in the 80s and early 90s is very different than PG today.
How
Huh.
so? How would you say?
Oh, in the 80s and 90s, it's like there's sex jokes. There's like my
Yeah.
friend let her kids watch Splash.
I loved to Splash as a kid.
And Splash is PG or PG-13, and it was like there's a montage of them just boning in different
Hardcore.
rooms.
Yes.
And she was like, "What?" And she's like, "If you had a PG-13 movie today, it means that kids 13 and younger can
Yeah.
watch." And then in the 80s and 90s,
it was
it's
just
like,
a
oh, it just meant
suggestion in the 80s.
yes.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, it meant that there's no graphic nudity
Yeah.
and no oral penetration.
Yeah.
But today, it's a whole different
Whole
thing.
nother
Like,
ball.
It is.
you know,
Yeah.
it's like dogs, and you can say "damn" twice.
And that's it.
But back in the day, it was like, oh, you could talk about sex full on.
Right, and make jokes, yeah.
Honestly, that's the thing is like with Flynn, I'm not going to get up on my soapbox. I don't like put on censored versions of songs for her and stuff because I
Mhm.
want her to know, like, hey, yeah, you know,
This is the world.
this
Yeah.
is the world, and words are a thing, and sometimes people get offended by words, and you need to know the history of why people are offended by certain words, and then you get to choose which ones you use.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. That's
And-
responsible.
And yeah, you know, sex is a real thing, and I can tell you that as a mom, I don't want my 6-year-old to know what sex is. That's
No, she's way too young.
Yeah.
so young.
So
but
wait, what age do you want her
I
to know?
don't know.
Have you, as a parent, how do you
45.
make that decision?
Yes, I want her to know before other kids are telling her. And
Yeah.
I feel like in
Yeah.
our society, it's getting younger
And
and younger.
Especially
So-
because you have social media.
Yep.
Social media.
TikTok and all that, and it's all
Exactly.
over
Yeah.
the place.
So
Because it's so different than when we grew up.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were
Sounding like
little
an old person. It
angels.
was
I mean,
so
like our
different.
parents put us out in the street to get cereal killed,
Yeah,
but they
Yeah.
would not talk about sex.
exactly.
I remember I had to sneak Pretty Woman on VHS, and I watched it during summer when they were at work and I
Yeah.
was off, and that's how I kind of learned how some of sex worked.
So
Do
I
you-
think the thing with my parents, they were like, "We let you watch whatever you want to watch, so don't come to us with the sex talk.
Yeah.
We don't want it.
Yeah.
No thanks."
When was the first time you watched porn, Eric? Do you remember?
I do actually. Why did you guys look at each other like that?
I was just like, "That's a question."
yeah,
yeah.
I'm curious.
No, I
don't
do.
think we have ever asked you this.
I remember like figuring out one of my friends figured out that you could like hook up the cable directly to the TV and then you could see it would like
Was it
scroll
the-
and fuzzy
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you would have 1 second where you would see it in
Yes.
frame. I think it was the Spice
I was
Channel.
just gonna say mine was the Spice Channel, and it was the
Spice, yeah.
same
Yeah.
exact thing, trying to unscramble the
Yeah,
device,
and you can hear the audio
Yes,
perfect.
perfect. And you maybe saw a boob and maybe
Yeah.
a guy's ass.
Yeah.
if you were
You
lucky.
never saw penis. There was
No,
never penis in
and
any of
straight-
it.
No,
Yeah.
No, that's unfair.
Yeah.
it is unfair.
They never show
I never
penis.
understood that. Even
That's
with
not fair.
like what's it called, regular films.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always the women
They
that naked.
never
I'm
show
like,
dick.
Yeah.
show
Always
us
full
dick.
frontal.
Yeah.
I want to
Come
see a
on.
dick.
Show me his chest. Show me his
Yes.
boobs.
Show me his boobies and his
Yeah.
butt and his dick and his
Yeah.
balls. They
I want-
never show balls. Even if they
Never.
show dick, they will never show
Show
They
balls.
balls.
never show balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the first time you watched porn, Brynne? Do you remember?
Oh God. So I think that all early 90s movies were basically porn.
They were.
And my mom decided during my 4th grade slumber party that we would watch that Anthony LaPaglia movie, the First Blood, or it was with a female vampire.
First bitten.
Not Once Bitten.
Once bitten? No,
No,
that's Jim Carrey. Yeah.
There was another one with Anthony LaPaglia. And he like found a female vampire. And they have this scene where they have full frontal sex.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, I wanted to watch this, so you and your friends are watching this. And then I
What the fuck? Your mom's like, hey, good enough for me, good enough for you.
It was PG-13. It was fine. And so I think from that age, I was like, oh, yeah. And then honestly, growing up in Orange County in middle school, we would go to parties at like parents' houses that weren't around, and they would have the guys would just have porn playing.
Yeah.
I would be at parties with my brother,
and porn would be
and
in the
porn
background.
would be playing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that didn't happen to me, unfortunately.
But my mom's strict Catholic.
Oh,
Yeah.
and she let you watch that shit.
No, that's a super Catholic thing. Like, I don't see it.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we
True.
covered a lot today,
We
you guys.
did.
Sure
We
did.
were all over the board.
Yeah.
Oh, but that is it for us for this episode, everybody. Eric is gonna be go-going.
I gotta
tonight.
go dance and
Get
shake my
ready.
little
Yeah,
ass.
so we're gonna talk about that next week.
Yes.
See how it goes. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? Our
What?
dates.
Oh.
Should we do a really, really quick recap?
Sure.
Go, please.
Because I know we were talking.
I want to hear.
So Eric and I decided we were gonna. Well, I decided I was gonna finally go on a date.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
What happened?
So this kid, I'm gonna say kid because he acted like a fucking kid,
Yeah.
messaged me and said, "Hey, I want to take you out. Let's go out on a date. Sunday evening, Italian, Little Italy." I said, "Absolutely." I said, "I have some stuff to do in the daytime, but I'll be free around 6 or 7, right?" And he said, "All right, I'll message you then." All Sunday goes by, never hear from him, and I'm like already on the fence about going. So I was
Right,
like,
you were.
okay. So it hit about 5:30, and I text him, and I'm like, "Hey, are we still up for tonight?"
Yeah.
Never heard anything back. Checked my messages on this app that I was on to see if he replied. He didn't reply. He blocked me.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the
And I was
hell?
like, "Oh, fuck you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you think that he listens to the podcast and he heard you talk about the date last time and he didn't
No,
want
he
to?
doesn't
No.
seem smart enough to know what a podcast was.
Right. Well, fuck him.
Fuck him.
Fuck
Yeah.
that guy.
And what about you, Eric? How did it go?
Well, my date went really well. It was a
Yay.
9-hour date. It was fantastic.
9 hours? That's
Yeah.
a work shift.
We I've never actually had 2 meals. We had both lunch and dinner together, which was really great.
I got a message from
Oh,
Eric.
you mean like
that
real
was like,
real meals? Not
Real
the other
meals.
kind of-
Oh my God.
Yeah, not those kind.
I got a message from Eric that was like,
Yeah.
went from lunch to
to
dinner.
But it is in a weird place now, so I don't know where it's going to end up.
And do
Life's
you need to?
strange.
Not right now.
I don't. I mean, my psychic. These are new.
Our
state-
psychic.
these are
Our
new
show
statements.
psychic.
Our
She doesn't
show
know our.
psychic.
She's
I've
our
never,
psychic.
I've never made this statement before, but my psychic, which is now I'm going to lead with all the time, my psychic says I shouldn't be dating anyway. So
There you go.
I'm just going to
Love
let it be.
cleanse.
I'm going to let it be, and if it moves forward, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
It doesn't. What are you gonna
I
do?
love
That's
that.
fine.
I love
yeah,
it.
I'm okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'll go on another one if somebody asks me. If not, I don't really care.
Someone asked us
Yeah.
all out on a date.
Yeah, ask
Yeah.
us out. We can do a date all together.
Yeah.
Would you like to date all of us in tandem?
Yeah.
If you want to
Triptum.
take one of us on a date, you can always email us at thegang@whoinvitedhers.net
Oh my God, that's
or give
real.
us a call 619
Yeah.
822-2369. Leave us a voicemail. Tell us who you would
Yeah.
want
I
to take on a
look
date.
like such a tiny pale ghost next to the two of you.
I
No
know,
one's
you're
gonna
so
ask me
tiny.
out in my
Stop
in
it.
your prairie
You're
dress.
beautiful.
my
and I'm-
prairie. I was thinking you didn't get to insult my dress tonight.
She's
Tony.
wearing.
That's on
Okay,
your
where
list.
did you get this dress?
So I got this dress at Target.
Yeah.
Remember when Target TikTok thing, and Target's
Yes.
been really bad with the dresses, I think, lately.
I got this before that. I was like, this dress is cute, and I wore it on a date.
Yeah, and
And
they
then-
said, no, thank you, ma'am.
On the date, they were like, "Oh, as a joke, you're wearing one of those dresses, right?" And they
Oh.
showed me the thing where like, people were taking
TikTok?
pictures of like pretending they were in the Dust Bowl. They were like, "Why does Target want everyone to be in the Dust Bowl?" And they were taking
And
pictures.
you
then
showed
he was
up
like,
on the date
I
with the
just-
dress.
Yeah, I was like, "This is a cute dress. It's got pockets." And he was like, "Oh, that's so funny. You're a hipster. You're wearing this dress as a joke." And I
Yeah,
was like,
ironically.
I'm not ready for this scene, I guess.
Wow.
Wow, Brynne.
Wow.
Oh, that's my life.
Oh my God, how
dating's
do-
the best.
It is the best. How do people
So
find you, Brynne?
Oh, I
Give them
am
all the
on
plugs.
Instagram at a real Brynne Mac. I also have a podcast with my daughter called Love These Mother-Daughter Talks. I just wrote an article for Yummy Mummy Club about shared parenting. So go
Yeah.
on the Yummy Mummy Club or check me out on
And your
Facebook,
book?
Instagram. Oh, and my book, Your Kid is Coming Back. You can get it on Amazon or on Etsy.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There you go.
And how do people find you? Erin?
Apparently, you can find me go-go dancing these
Heck
days
yeah.
at the
Bear
Bear.
Night at the
Bear,
Barrel.
bear.
Or you can find me on Instagram at Daddy Bear
There
Eric.
you go. You can follow me. It's Tony _ under. Oh, it's Tony _ Peloti _ macaroni. You can follow the podcast at Who Invited Her _ podcast on Instagram. We are Who Invited Her SD on Twitter and Facebook. You can also email us at thegang at
Yeah.
whoinvitedher.net. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're watching us on YouTube, leave us a comment, or you can always give us a call on our phone number, 619-822-2369. Leave us a message. I want to know if anybody else had a really good psychic interaction
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
or reading.
That's
Yeah.
And we will play it on the show
Yeah.
or read your email. So you can get in contact with us. Don't forget to watch us every Tuesday night on Out at TV at 7:30.
Yeah.
Am I forgetting anything
Buy our
else?
merch.
Yep, on our website we have our merch,
stuff.
all of that good stuff. And that is it for us this week. Thank you again, Brynne, for hanging out.
I love being here.
We'll see everybody next week. Bye, you guys.